Hey there guys, welcome to Hidden Gems with Suwan. I'm your host, Suwan. This is where I shine light on games that don't always get the love that they deserve. These are underrated, overlooked, or forgotten titles that bring something truly special to the table. Whether it's innovative mechanics, great atmosphere, or just pure fun. I'm Swan, and in this series, we're going to be giving these games the attention that they've earned, and maybe even convincing you to give them a shot. So, Risk of Rain 2 might be the most underrated game of the last decade. It's chaotic, it's brilliant, it's the kind of game that feels simple on the surface, but underneath, it's this infinitely replayable masterpiece of randomness and skill. And today, I want to talk about why this game is so special, and why, if you haven't played it yet, you're missing out on something truly unique. The first time I played Risk of Rain 2, I didn't think much of it. I figured it was just another indie roguelike I'd play for a few hours and forget about. But then, one run turned into 3 turned into 10, and before I knew it, I was staying up until 3 a.m. on a work night, telling myself, one more run. It's got that magic, that pull, the kind of thing you don't get from every game. If you've never played it, here's the quick pitch. Risk of Rain 2 is a third-person roguelike shooter, where you drop into a planet and survive against endless waves of enemies. You explore, you open chests, you get loot, and every piece of loot stacks. The longer you survive, the more powerful you get. But here's the catch. The game's difficulty rises constantly as the clock ticks. The longer you stay, the more insane it gets. But it's the loop that hooks you. You start a run feeling weak, dodging attacks, scraping for a single chest. 10 minutes later, you're stacking so many damage items that the bosses are melting in seconds. 30 minutes in, and you're flying across the map, summoning drones, calling down lightning storms, and just erasing enemies. The escalation is pure dopamine. Every chest is a gamble. Will it be another soldier syringe for faster attack speed? Another hoppo feather for extra jumps? Or something completely broken like a prion accumulator that turns you into a walking nuke? And stacking items is where the magic happens. Most games give you one damage boost and that's it. Risk of Rain 2 says, what if you had 12 damage boosts and every single one stacked on top of each other? You start seeing the absurdity. 3 pairs of ukuleles so every shot chains lightning. 5 bundles of fireworks so every chest you open is basically a miniature airstrike. Or a run where you have so much healing that you can stand in a boss's face and laugh it off. And then we have the characters, called survivors, and they all play completely differently. They have very unique playstyles and require their own level of mastery for each and every one. Commando is your all-around starter, simple but reliable jack of all trades. Huntress has homing arrows and insane mobility, and probably the best drip in the game. Multi is a tanky robot that can switch weapons mid-combat. Engineer plays tower defense with deployable turrets. And Loader is a melee powerhouse who grapples around the map like Spider-Man on steroids. And here's the best part. You can beat the game with any of them. There's no meta. They all feel powerful in their own way once you get the hang of them. Risk of Rain 2 never plays the same way twice. The items you find, the maps you get, the enemies you fight, it's all randomized. Sometimes you get god tier loot early and feel unstoppable. Other times you scrape by underpowered and still clutch out a win. That unpredictability keeps it fresh. In all the hundreds of hours I have in Risk of Rain, I have never had the same run twice. And if you really want to go deep, you can loop runs indefinitely. That's when the game stops being fair and starts being pure chaos. Enemies spawn faster than you can kill them, bosses appear in groups of 5, and the screen is just a blur of explosions. Okay, guys, and don't even get me started on the co-op experience. Like, as fun as it is solo, Risk of Rain 2 in a co-op setting is just amazing. You and your friends can share loot, coordinate builds, or just watch in awe as someone gets this ridiculous combo that carries the entire run. And because items stack indefinitely, your builds get hilariously unbalanced. One player might be a glass cannon, another a speed demon, or one might be an immortal tank. But I've oftentimes found that somebody ends up getting a lot of really good items, leaving everybody else to pick up the scraps, which can still be hilarious in its own right. But the game's not just fun, it's gorgeous in its own stylized way. The landscapes feel alien but familiar. The grassy plains under massive planets to barren deserts glowing under strange skies. And then there's Chris and his soundtrack. I'm telling you, this music makes the experience. It's ambient when you're exploring, but it ramps up into these epic, heart-pounding tracks that drive these boss fights. Even if you've never played the game, the OST is absolutely worth listening to. This might be my favorite part, but Risk of Rain 2 is kind of a rare game. It's deep, but it's approachable. It's chaotic, but strategic. It respects your time, but it can also devour entire nights. It's not trying to be anything other than what it is, a roguelike shooter that's ridiculously fun. In a gaming world full of live service grinds and microtransactions and slop, Risk of Rain 2 feels pure. You can buy it, you can play it, and you have fun. There's no gimmicks, no battle passes, just great game design. So yeah, if you haven't played it, you're missing one of the best indie games of the last 10 years. And if you have played it, you already know how dangerous that phrase, "one more run," can be. Well guys, thank you so much for making it this far into the video, all the way to the end. That's it for this episode of Hidden Gems with Suwan. I was your host, Suwan. where great games get the spotlight that they deserve. If you've found something new to play, or if you've got your own gem you think I should cover, drop it in the comments. And if you like this, stick around. There are plenty more worlds to explore, and I'd love to share them with you. Until next time, keep playing, keep discovering, and I guess I'll see you later. Bye.